Everyone, it's Laura here, and today I thought I would do a totally different video than the ones I normally do. But first I'd like to apologize. I'm going to start off by saying that I have a little bit of a head cold. That's why I didn't live stream last week. You guys didn't want to even hear my voice last week. It was awful, but I'm feeling a little bit better, but pardon me if I have a little bit of a cough still. But I thought today we could do a slightly different video. This is a video that people have been requesting of me quite often. Let's see here. I'm just looking for the chat. Sorry, guys. Where are we? So this video here is going to be all of my completed works and the works in progress that I am intending on finishing. Here we are. There's the chat. Awesome. Hello. Looks like I've got people here. Loretta and Katrina. Welcome. Good morning. It's great to see you guys. So yeah. Oh, it looks like you guys can see my... Hold on, let me just adjust the camera a little bit, sorry. Let me just make this a little bit. Is that better? Yeah. Alright, you guys can see my table a little better. Alright, so we're all set up. Hello. Pardon me. Just getting situated here. I think that's a little better. Okay, so, yeah, this is a highly requested video, something that people have been wanting me to do, so I thought I would first start off by saying a lot of my completed works have already gone off to new homes. I give them away to gifts, as gifts to my friends. But, you know, I'll show you what I have left. And if you guys want to see a full, complete list of my works, you can check out my Instagram for that. That's alright, Loretta. So my first book that I ever had was a gift to me by my little sister, and it was Lost Ocean, so I thought I would show you my first ever colored page. This is, now I extracted it from the book, and the reason why is I wasn't used to coloring in books, and I'm an artist, like I draw a lot, so I'm used to coloring on loose sheets, so I extracted this from the book, but later on I got used to coloring in the books, and so I did also finish some other pages from this book. So the first page here, oh no, your hand hurts, you should take it easy. Yep, I'm just showing my finished work. So this was one of the first pages that I did to thank my followers on Instagram. So you'll see a bunch of these pages I've done. This one has a lot of sparkle and shimmer. I don't know if you just bumped the camera, sorry, but I don't know if you guys can see this too good, but it has a lot of like stickles on it. So yeah, there's that page. And then I have this page here. This page also has a lot of sparkle on it. I'll see if I can show you. Oh, is it pixelating? Yeah, I am on my Wi-Fi. That's alright, Matilda. Great to see you. So here's some sparkle on this page. We've got lots and lots of sparkle, and this page took me quite a while to do. So there's Lost Ocean. Excuse me. Like I was saying, I have a little bit of a head cold still. I'm sorry about that. So then I have, let's see, out of Enchanted Forest, I also extracted a page. This was one of the second pages. I think it was the second page I ever did. Hello, Vanya. So this was when I was I was just trying to figure out how to use pencils because I'm not a big pencil artist. And I also did another page in here, this thank you page here for my 1,000 followers on Instagram. And I love doing these pages. They're so much fun to thank you guys for checking me out. So there's that book. Where am I going to put these? Okay. And then I just recently got Magical Jungle. Thank you, Loretta. And I finished a page out of this one, this here. And this was a lot of fun to do. So this is a recent one. And I'm also showing my books so that way you guys know what books you can request from me. Hello! Hey, Toadie's World! It's good to see you here, too. Thank you, Matilda. Alright, so Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. I have a page in here, but unfortunately it's actually part of Joanna's project. But you guys saw me do that from start to finish on this channel, so if you want to check that out, I'll link it in the description below. But I did this front cover page in my own book, and I intend to do more in this book. It's just I haven't done too much in it yet. Yeah, thank you. But what's really special about this is Johanna Basford signed this book for me, so I'm kind of nervous to work in this book, to be honest. I almost want to just get a new copy and work in a fresh book. Okay, so now moving right along, we have Kerby's books. Thank you, Katrina. So I actually have 2 copies of Mythomorphia, and that's because I actually messed up a page. But I have 1 page in here. So this was a lot of fun. This was a color along with my friends. Yeah, I think I will. I think I will just keep that separate. I did the title page, but I think that's the only page I really feel comfortable doing. So yeah, there's this page here. I did this as a color along with friends on Instagram. So go check them out. They are awesome too. All the pages, all the versions of this page were just really beautiful. And then I have my second copy of Mythomorphia. And this was actually the first copy. So here's this page here, which this is actually an older page now. And so you can see like the spine is starting to crack, but yeah, it's still holding up pretty well, I think. So you have that. And then I also have, now this is a work in progress which I intend to finish. I am going to be showing you some works in progress that I intend to finish. Hello, Andrea! Good to see you! So this I actually did a video on in my background tutorial series, so I do intend to finish this page at some point, but it is still a work in progress. And this is the page I messed up. I didn't really like how I started it, so that was the reason. That was the reason I bought a different book. And then here's another page I did for a color along on Instagram. Oh, I'm sorry, it's pixelating. Hopefully it resolves. I'll stop for a second and see if that helps. Yeah, so this is a lot of fun, and my challenge here was I tried not to use any blue. I'm a big fan of blue. I use blue in a lot of my work. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Candy. If there's any issue with the video, you can always check all of these out on my Instagram account. I have all of them cataloged there as well. Let's see, does that help? Now let's begin. Is it better? Does that work? Okay, cool. So wait, I'll show you the other... This one here, that's the work in progress. And this guy here. So that's where we were. So there's this guy here. Yeah, yep, I did that on video with you guys live. Alright, so that's Mythomorphia. Now, my copy of Imagimorphia, unfortunately, it's like falling apart. Like, when I open the book, half of the pages fell out. So, a lot of my pages in this book are actually extracted. So I did this page, this double page, and this is all in marker. This is my first ever marker piece that I finished. This is in Tombos. And then, well, thank you guys. I'm glad you like it. And then I also have this one from Imagimorphia. Alright. Nice to see you, Toady. That's okay. It'll be available for everybody after the fact. Yep. So this one here, this is a lot of fun to do. I did this for a color along as well. So those are the ones from Imagimorphia. Okay, let me just check my thing. Oh, okay, I forgot one. This is a work in progress from Lost Ocean, which I started a long, long time ago, and I do intend to finish. Thank you, Loretta. Alright. Let's see. Nope, we're good so far. Okay. So now I have Tomislav Tomic's books. He's another favorite of mine. So, of this book, Vilin Song, I have here this Yellow Mermaid. This was for the One Color Yellow Challenge on Instagram, which was really, really fun. I love this book. I also have this dragon here. This one, I actually did part of it on video for you guys as I was chatting with you one day, and that was a lot of fun. Thank you, Loretta. And I think that's it out of this book, but we have another one. Alright, so then I have Zemjla Snova. Alright, so in Zemjla Snova, I've started this page. This is for a color along I'm hosting on Instagram. Just a summer theme page. I intend to finish this soon. So that's a work in progress still. Thank you. And then I have, wait, did I miss one? Nope. Okay, and then I have this mushroom page. I did this as a buddy color with my friend Cindy on Instagram. It was a lot of fun. I love these little mousies. I do have a work in progress, which I don't want to show because it looks a mess right now. But I do have this page as well. The Lady Mouse Rider page. And that was a lot of fun to work on. This was the first page I did out of Tomislav's books, and I fell in love with the book after that, so thank you. It was a lot of fun. And his pages are what inspired me to start drawing frames. This one here is part Tombow brush marker, part Staedtler fine liner, different brands of colored pencil, including Prismacolor and some vintage ones. And then I also used white gel pen for the scroll work, for all the little getting rid of the outlines, things like that. So there's a little close-up for you guys. Oops, sorry, gosh, I bumped the camera again. Thank you. Alright, so that's That's a favorite. Alright, moving right along. I have a lot of books, so this might be a long video. I have the Pop Manga coloring book. This is a book I recently got, and I finished a page in here. Let me just use the bookmark. So this is a page that I did. I was feeling really sad about Katrina passing, and yeah, I just did this page, and it really helped me process my emotions about it. Oh, well, oh, this one here, the background was Tombow brush marker. I used, it was just the black, and then what I did is I reserved areas for the stars, and then I just did a little bit of Prismacolor over it to give it a little glow. And then these smaller gold dots, I used Pilot paint marker. Thank you. Yeah, so here's a book I got actually as a gift from a friend. I couldn't get this in the United States, but my dear friend Maja, or Maya, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name, and I feel really bad about that. So she wrote me a little note in the front. It was so sweet of her to give this to me, and I did this little drawing in the very front of the book. And then I did another one. This one here. That was a lot of fun. Thank you. Yeah, Loretta, what I do is I save up. I don't buy a whole lot of books. Like this month I haven't bought any books except for one. So I just save up my money and I buy high quality books. This one here is a work in progress, which I do intend to finish. I just haven't gotten to it yet. So I created this like misty, foggy forest background. It was a lot of fun. So there's that book. Alright, I have my book mixed in here. Oh, sure, I can do a flip through. Of this book, you want a flip through, Katrina? Yeah, I understand, Loretta. Alright, I'll do a flip through of this one for you, Katrina. So there's the cover page here. Let me move these out of the way a little bit. There we go. Yeah, it's tough to find. I was lucky that Maya was so sweet to give it to me. And I just adore it. Like, I'm almost afraid to color it because I haven't, like, I only have this one shot and I don't have another opportunity to get another book if I mess it up, so... but I'm taking my time and filling it up slowly. I do intend to actually do just about all the pages, hopefully. You can see I used Copics on that one. I've seen Isabel do a beautiful version of this page. If you don't know her, Passionista Colorista, both on YouTube and Instagram, you should check her out. I've seen a couple of beautiful versions of this page too. I just love all the funny little creatures. Yeah. Yep, that's right up your alley, right, Loretta? I see you drawing guys with long hair all the time. And Maya did a beautiful version of this one. You're welcome, Katrina. So here, I'll do a quick flip of the rest of the pages. So fun. And my friend Michelle, she did a gorgeous version of this one. And I'll link all these people in the description below so that way you can check them out. So that's that book, Nordiska Vasen, by Johan Egerkrans. And I'm sure that I messed up pronunciation, but yeah. Alright, then I have my book here. I've done a couple pages out of this, but I've also done some loose pages, so many of them are not in here anymore. That's okay. Here's my map page that I finished. I also have a work in progress, which I intend to complete. There's this page here, which I started in watercolor and I want to finish off in colored pencil. And then I also have another work in progress here, this dragon page. I do intend to finish that as well. And then all the other pages that I've done out of this book were actually loose pages that I then gifted or sold. Alright, moving right along. I have the Daydreams book. I did one page in here dedicated to Katrina. That's this page here. Pardon my testing over here. So I did this as a 5,000 followers on Instagram thank you page. And Katrina, she would do these pages too. She loved when I did them, so she started doing them. So I did these in her colors, and I, just dedicated that to her. I also have Magical Dawn. I've done one work in progress, the one I'm working on now, which I will get to again tomorrow in my live stream with you guys. So tomorrow morning I'll be doing another installment. Oh, thank you, Katrina. And then this was another page for my 1,500 followers. Love doing this book. And then I have another, oh, that was a, I don't like. I have another work in progress, which I actually started live streaming with you guys, and I do intend to pick this up again. Welcome back! Yep, this will be up and coming in the future. I will be doing more of that on a live stream at some point. That's okay, Loretta. You can always look at it later. Alright, then I have Sagor by Emily Lindehall Oberg. This was one of the first books I ever got, and it was one of my favorites still. This is that Crayola birdie, which I did. I did this in Crayola crayon, and I do have a video on my channel about this, if you want to check it out. I did this one here in acrylic paint, so this was a lot of fun. This was an experiment. I did it in mixed media, so it's acrylic, and then I also did marker and colored pencil over top, so that was fun. I call her my Lady of the Oranges. Oh, yeah, did I skip a page? Yep. Then I have the water horse here. I've done quite a few out of this book. And then my mermaid. Oh, I'm sure. I love this book. It's so whimsical and fun. So this is a lot of fun. And then I also have this page here. The little pink fairy. And this one has a lot of sparkle. Let's see if I can pick it up on camera. We've got like so much glitter on this page. Can't even... It's not even showing up the way it does in person, but thank you. Yeah, I love Emily's work. It's just so, I don't know, it just speaks to me. I love fantasy and fairy tales. Alright, so then I have Grazia Salvo's book here, Flowers and Gems. I love this book. This is a fairly new book for me, and I do intend to work in it more. But I do have this page. Thank you, Cindy. So I do have this page here, which I did finish. This is a lot of fun. And that's it for that book. Thank you. So I have here Fantasia by Nicholas Chandrawin. Okay, I'm not going to butcher it. I don't know how to pronounce that. Nick Filbert is how I call him. And I have this page here, the Ice Fairy, which I think she was supposed to be a summer fairy, but I made her an ice fairy. I did this last winter time. And then I also have Serene, and I have one page out of here. This was my first ever Copic work. Me too. All of the books, I love all of the books I have. There's not one book that I hate, so I work in all of them. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. This was my first ever Copic marker page. You can see me testing out the colors. Yeah, well, I don't know. I hate to have an uncolored book, and you guys will see I do have quite a few books I haven't colored in yet, so I am taking requests out of those books, but I will get to that. So I have here this book here by a friend of mine, The Art of Vicky. You can find her on Instagram and Facebook under that name. And this I bought on Amazon. Now this is on CreateSpace paper, but I didn't find it too terrible to work with. I'm using Prismacolor, and I just adored this. This was the first mandala I have ever done. Really, really enjoyed that. Yep, so I do intend to work on this book more. I have a really cool idea for another one, but I just haven't gotten to it. I have so many ideas. Okay. Then I have this book here by Tina Wallen. This is another friend of mine on Instagram. You guys will see I do love supporting independent artists, so this one was a self-published book. And in this book, there it is. So in this book I did do this page here for my 3,000 followers on Instagram. And this page was the reason I bought this book. I just loved the bamboo frame and the way that she did this circle. Thank you, Loretta. So I just love this page. This was one of my favorite pages to do for my circle frames. And then I also did this one here as a little tutorial on YouTube. So you can see that I did here the coloring book. I've done one page out of this book, and that's this one here, this little fairy. I had a lot of fun with her, and she's got a lot of sparkle and glitter too. It's kind of hard to even see, but Hopefully the camera picks it up a little bit. So her wings are like covered in sparkle. And then another book which you guys have seen me color on this channel. I did do this page here from the Netter's Anatomy coloring book. So I do intend to finish this page. Alright, oh, and so I have here a couple works in progress which I do intend to finish. This one here from Bluebell Woods, which I started coloring on my channel. I do intend to finish this, and I will try and do it on video if I can. And then I have, this is a work in progress from Jowie Lim's Friends of Nature coloring book. And I actually have several other completed pages from this book. I bought the PDF, but I have gifted those pages, so if you want to check them out, you're going to have to look at them on my Instagram. Unfortunately, I do not have them in my possession anymore. But this is a work in progress that's nearly finished, and I do intend to finish it at some point. Alright, so then I also have some works in progress in this little book here by Cats and Tats, by, it's the Doodle book. And, let's see, I got that little doodle book, which is this book, but I'm not going to show the works in progress in this book because they will actually be gifts for people on Instagram. I haven't finished them yet, and I do not want to show them. Alright. Following right along, I have some little mini books here. I have the Magical Minis by Selena Finesh. And I have done some works in progress here, but I don't really intend to finish them. They were mostly demos for my channel. At this point, going forward, if you do have a request for any of the books that you see, I haven't worked in these, so these are all empty, and I'm just showing you what I have, so that way you know what to request. So I have these three little books here, the Selena Finesh, Hannah Lynn, and this cool dragon book by John Howe. So these little guys, I can work in any of these. I have done a finished piece in this Succulent Dragon book. But again, I actually printed, I have this hard copy book, but she also gave us the PDF. I was part of the Kickstarter campaign. And so I've already gifted that page. I've already given it away, but again, you can see that on my Instagram account. And same with Moonlit Vale. I've finished a couple of pages in this book. But again, because the book is pretty small, I decided to print them out as a PDF instead. So I'm keeping this book pristine. And so the finished pages, you can find those on my Instagram. Unfortunately, I have gifted those away. Well, hello, Martha. Hello, Sammy. I have The Time Garden by Daria Song. I'm taking requests in this book. I have not completed any pages in it yet. I also have this book, the Prima Princess's watercoloring book, and I did finish a page, but I believe I've gifted that away too, yes. I tend to give away a lot of my coloring work. Alright, so this is a new book. I have no idea what it's called. Let's see. Mountain and Sea Classics. A Dream of Deities. Graceful Ancient Style Coloring Book. That's what the sticker says. So yeah, I have this book. I just got it recently, and I have not colored in it yet, but I do intend to. So again, if any of these books that you see, if you have a requested page from me, just let me know. I also have this one here, Kanuko Crafts, Myth and Magic. Another new book I have not worked in yet, but I intend to. Pardon me one moment. Alright. I also have this book here. This is by Julia Spree, and I actually did finish a page in here, the little pirate girl, but unfortunately I gifted that away as well. So again, you'll have to check that out on my Instagram. I have awesome, Loretta. I have this one here, the World of Warcraft. I'm a big gaming fan, and so I intend to work in this book at some point. I just haven't gotten to it yet. It's a new book. I'm a really big fan of Alphonse Mucha, and I'm sure you can see that in my own work, the Art Deco influence. I haven't worked in this book yet, but I do intend to. So there's that. I also have this book by Aaron Ewer, and this here is printed on Create Space paper, but it's a beautiful book, so I do intend to work in it. I just need to come up with a strategy for what I want to do with that. I have here the Bicycle Coloring Book by Shan Zhang, and I haven't worked in it yet. This is another new book, but I do intend to. This is a very high quality book. It's very thick. I'll just do a quick flip so you guys can see. The paper is really nice. Just filled with so many beautiful illustrations. They're all single-sided with these little cat things, and there's like a fold-out panorama in the middle. So I'm a big bike fan, so I really wanted this book for a long time. I'm glad I finally got it. As you guys probably know by now, I'm a big fantasy and magic and fairy tale fan, so of course this one had to come into my collection at some point. I have not worked in it yet. I've seen a couple of beautiful colorings in this book, and it's nice that they give you the corresponding screenshot or painting. Oh, excellent, Loretta. I haven't been doing color alongs lately, but I will probably get back into that. I have this book by Hannah Carlson, which I have not worked in yet. Just haven't gotten to it yet, but I do intend to work in it. So, beautiful, beautiful book. Another new book which I just got recently, this one, Color Your Own Fairy Tales by Laura Tolton. And these are not the Disney versions of the fairy tales. They're her own interpretations, but I really do enjoy the illustrations. This one, Rapunzel. This one, oh, I can't wait to do this page. Yep, so there's a lot of really pretty, and I did start a page in here. Where is it? This one here. The Beauty and the Beast, I think it is. So, another one by Camilla de Mermaids. I have not worked in this yet. Just came to me. I have seen Jade Summers. It's on CreateSpace paper, so if I do buy it, I'll probably get the PDF version so I can print on nicer paper. I don't mind the CreateSpace paper too much, but the techniques that I like to use, unfortunately, doesn't play well with that paper, so I'm getting a little bit pickier now about the books. This one I got as a bargain book, but it's really cool. So yeah, I just picked this up. I was browsing and I saw it and I was like, yeah, I could totally get on with that. I'm a big fan of fiction and all things fantasy, so I thought for $6.98 or however much it was, I couldn't beat it. It had to be mine. Look at that page. A lot of really cool pages, so I look forward to coloring in this book. This is another page that I haven't colored in yet, but I do intend to. So if you guys have a request for that. Another new book that I got recently and I just haven't worked in yet is Fantomorphia. I'm sure you guys are familiar with this book. This is a pretty popular book, so just haven't worked in it yet. And another new book that I got is Downton Abbey. I love this show, so of course what I like about this book is the book is really light, so it should... Hello, Teresa. Welcome. Unfortunately, I'm at the end of this, but yeah, it's good to see you. So yeah, this book here, another one that I have not worked in yet, but if you guys have any requests for it, then please do let me know. So, those are all of my books that I own. This was a video a lot of people requested, so I figured I'd go ahead and do it. So yeah, if you guys have any requests for any of the books that you've seen here today in this video, I'm really happy to do any page. That's alright, Teresa. It's still nice to see you. Yeah, so those are my finished works in the books, and also the books that I just have yet to color. Alright, Loretta, just let me know what page that you were looking at, and I can put that on my list. So I'm going to start a to-do list of, after I'm finished the one in Magical Dawn that I'm doing, I will start just going down that to-do list and taking you guys through pages. Alright, Matilda, great. So I'm taking specific page requests, so if you guys have a page that you're like dying for me to do, just let me know, and I will put it on my list, and then I'll work through those as I go. Okay, hold on. Where is that? Here we go. Alright, so here's the Mountain and Sea Classics. Alright, Matilda, no problem. Yeah, you guys can leave comments in the description below. I mean, in the comments below. The boy... Oh, okay. Well, you can always let me know later. Alright, cool. Yeah, this isn't like you have to request it right now. You can always let me know later. So there's that book. So yeah, if you guys just want to put any requests that you have in the comments, then I will be add them to my list and get to them as I can. The one with the phoenix. Let's see. Was it this one? No, the phoenix. Did I miss it? Must have passed out. Hello, Nisha. Well, you can let me know which one you pick, Loretta. Hello, Nisha. We're doing just a show and tell today, but you can go ahead and check out my my older videos if you need to see blending. And I will be doing another stream tomorrow, which will demonstrate another installment of the current page I'm working in Magical Dawn, the summer butterfly girl that I'm working on. I'll show you guys. So this page I'll be working on again tomorrow, so if you want to join me then. Alright, so that's the end of my my book stack, and thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you liked this video, and yeah, so I'm going to be live streaming at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so just a little bit earlier later than I did today. You're very welcome. Alright, guys, well, thank you so much for joining me. It was a blast chatting with you as always. Thank you, Matilda. Yep, I'm going to be back more and more. I was a little bit sad about Katrina, and so I took a little break, but I've also been sort of under the weather. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I am just getting over a cold, so that's why I took a break last week. I was just not feeling up to, you know, I had a fever and, yeah, head cold, so. Hello, Huda. Nice to catch you. Unfortunately, we're at the end of this video, Huda, but you guys can always check it out later. So yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I hope that this was fun and useful to you. Thank you. Thank you, Loretta. Alright, well, I'll catch you guys tomorrow, and as always, I hope you have a wonderful, magical time coloring.